Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone doing? Welcome along to the stream. You are all a good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you're joining us from. Everything's working. Sound. For some reason, OBS lately has been not finding. I've changed my PC, and every time I go back, it's frustrating. That is fine. How is everyone? Along? Scorpion, g'day, Kate. Dexter, hello, welcome along. Nice to have you here. Hey, hello, buddy. See you well. Waylon, see you. Hello, welcome. Mads, good from New Zealand. See you. So it was an overwhelming vote. See Elm Creek. I think I had something 300 responses, and 3/4 of you all wanted Elm Creek. I'm gonna go back and double check. Appreciate 240 votes and 75% see Elm Creek. I actually thought No Creek Farms would have been popular. Thought being such a long-standing series and something we haven't done much of lately. What about that you wanted to see? Mike, stuttering for you. Put it a bit closer. Is that better? The mic stuttering, or is it me? Let me know if that's made it any better. Right, we are back here. Obviously, in the series this week, we bought ourselves a potato harvester. It was on special. It was a good deal. We got that. We've got the JCB there on lease still, and we've got our own equipment. But everything else is harvested, so we're gonna have to get into some tillage. I am actually thinking we've still got $500,000, and I do want that screen, but we're gonna go into the map. And I've been eyeing up field 57, $370,000, but it's growing. It's just about ready to harvest. It's got soybeans in it, so I was thinking maybe we should buy that. I know we haven't built up much of a base of equipment, but we only really need to start getting some tillage equipment and a planter or something like that. So that was my plan, thinking that. But first things, jump in the tractor, go down, and I'm going to go and sort out a plough or a subsoiler or something like that. I have installed the Creator Fields mod for cultivators, so we can use, oops, just connect that. Okay. So we can use the subsoilers to do it. So let's make the mic is better. Perfect. Thank you. It was me positioning not close enough. Right, there's the train. Let's make our way down to shop. How's everyone finding 22 so far? Are they enjoying it? I have to be honest, I haven't spent much time in it. In amongst keeping the FS19 content alive, we've sort of been jumping back and forth a little bit, but it's quite interesting doing that. Certainly an improvement, certainly some good things, but it's not that far ahead of 19 in my opinion, having got back in there. It's a bit hard for me to judge as well, playing on a new PC, whether some of the performance improvements is my setup or whether it's game engine things. Right, so we'll just jump over here, Clever Motors, and go have a look at what we are going to purchase. So that tractor, 175 horsepower. Hello Braden, nice to see you mate, welcome along. Hope you're having a nice weekend. So I've had a bit of a pre-look. Obviously the best we can get for a plough is 160 horsepower and 2.5 meters wide. Ain't gonna cut it. Cultivators, what could we pull? 160 horsepower and 4 meters. Probably do that because it's flat ground. But I'm not sure. Those won't work as a plough, so they won't get rid of the plough state on fields either. Spaders, only those. 4.5 meters. But what I was thinking is we've got a couple of 4 meter wide options here in the subsoilers, which only need 150 or 130 horsepower respectively. The next step up's huge, 435 horsepower. So I was thinking we will go with this AgriSim. It means I can avoid having to say that name live on stream and get demonetized for naughty words. Right, there we go. We're going to buy that, and it's only $10,500. There we go. Right, something else I've been meaning to change. Keep on forgetting. Look under sales. Good thing there's nothing there. Okay. Still getting used to all the menu, everything like that. Oh, we're in the shop. I'll find it in there, am I? Right. Setting $1. Right, there we go. Everyone excited to see the Quadtrack announced. I'm assuming it's going to come as a nice little Christmas present. Well, that's my guess at least. Position for that. G'day Blackbook, welcome along mate. Nice to see you. Hope your weekend's treating you nicely. Everyone getting excited into the lead up to Christmas. For those with kids are starting to hear about it just about every day. Or 3 weeks yesterday, wasn't it? Or 3 weeks today for some of you, those of you who are still Saturday, but Sunday here, so it was 3 weeks yesterday. Alright. Maybe Wopster will give us a Christmas present. Oops. Oopsie. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Be very nice. I know I saw some screenshots of it on Facebook yesterday. He looks like he's making some good progress, so I'd be surprised, considering he's only had it for what, 2 weeks? Surprised if we don't have something. Now, have a think here. These fields are quite a funny, like they're small. It only took us 5 minutes to harvest each of them, so I was actually going to plough them all together. I really wish we owned that other field. 79, but I don't want all of that. See, 225,000, spend a bit more and get a big, decent field. 319 for those. The reason I was thinking about buying one of these too, or buying that and playing them all together, but I haven't done that. That one's got cod in it, and that one's got sugar beets in it. And they're both really just about to harvest, so I'm not going to make the same mistake I did off the potatoes. So I reckon, if I haven't tried greenhouses out yet, I'm tempted to put some greenhouses down, and I thought if we do that, they could sit up the back here. Put some greenhouses across this part. And then possibly an animal pen or something here. And then we'd have that field we could make into just a little L-shaped field, at least plough it all together. If we ploughed it all together, then we could use the top end of the old potato field as something too. Put something up there. But I think we'll just plough the whole lot for now and see where we go. Using some snow flurries now. It's funny, I was talking to FSG about that the other day. Like, because we're getting into summer, it's getting nice and warm, light and bright. Right, so we'll just make it start here. See where we end up. Now, assuming is allow create fields. Why? See what happens. We're going to start ploughing up that track a little bit. Go straight through there. Boom. The oldest is 13 and not really saying much about Christmas. My 9-year-old is counting the days. Yeah, that's what we... Well, both our boys are pretty excited. I think they're both a little bit over the year, ready for a bit of a break. We're all just about ready for a bit of a break. Yeah, but she knows. Alright, run straight through there as well. This is pulling this alright. Probably could have gone a little bit bigger, but it's a good size. It's going to take us a little bit longer to do the other field. Maybe we can put a worker on that while we make some other plans. Figure out what planter in that we're going to get to. Cedar. Alright. Hey Bearded, how you doing? Nice to see you. Alright, Dextrix, thanks for stopping in. Just for catching the start of the stream. All the best for your archery tournament. Bearded Gamer, welcome along, mate. How are you? Nice to have you here. Yeah, powering straight through that. Wouldn't it be cool when you plow the roads up if the tracks up like that, if it gave you more rocks in that location? Just above freezing for you at the moment, Black Book. What part of the world are you in? Can always forget. I'm watching some of the Premier League football games lately, and was the one called off for snow. There's an article doing the rounds down here of a pub in Scotland where it got snowed out, and there was a whole lot of people, about 60 people had gone there to listen to a cover band, an Oasis cover band, and they got snowed in for about 3 days. And I could think of, certainly think of worse places to be snowed in than a pub in the Scottish Highlands. It's my mate Farmer Taz. How are you, my friend? Nice to see you. Hope you're having a good Saturday. Probably Saturday afternoon for you. Saturday. Midday Saturday. Decent. If you haven't watched Farmer Taz's video he did for me, where he converted all of this area into a sheep farm, he has given me the save game, so we might dive into taking a look at that at some stage too. Probably not today, and I haven't actually downloaded it and set it up and it's one of my save games yet, so we won't be doing it today, but that might be something we'll have to do at some stage. As long as the pub's fully stocked. I think it was fully stocked when they arrived at Scorp, but after 3 days in it, I think they might have been getting a bit low on supplies. The funny thing is, I think the roads opened after a day, they just all decided to stay there for a day or two extra. Logan Beatty, hello, welcome along. Nice to see you, hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Black Box Ontario, that's right. Canadian. Mason Powers, all hail Scorpion. Now, don't get too carried away. There we go, and I was in a bed. Not so much a guess. Educated assessment. 1 PM Saturday. I'm doing well, mate. Doing well. It is it's Bathurst weekend here, or in Australia, but so we've got friends coming around today. The great race starts about 2 PM local time for us. Got a projector set up on one of the walls in the house, and sit back and relax and enjoy some motorsport for the vast majority of the day. Good. Largest sheep farm in Elm Creek and FS22. Indeed it will be. I reckon we might make a farming transformation at some stage, Taz. See what I mean? Oh, this is not the biggest plough and this is not the biggest tractor, but we've munched through that field pretty quickly. We actually need to put some lime on it too, so that might be something else we can do. Haven't tried lime, and I think there's a convenient lime point just over at the place, the grain league or whatever you want to call it. But let's see how I've got this. Seed hawk might be a bit big for this field. What was I looking for? Right, just going to look under construction because I did what they're under. Highlight. Alright, maybe container. There we go. I put this is so cheap. 2.5 grand multi-fruit buy station. By 82 Studios. Sells everything. Even everything you need for production chains. Right. How about it? Okay. I'll be right back. All Blacks. So one of the training tops from a couple of years ago, bright orange. Ryan, hello, how you doing? Scott George came in to see a Argsy-less game. How you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Taz just saw the game Grid Legends is out for pre-purchase now. You're a fan of Grid 2? Cool. I've never played that. I'm getting lots of spam posts. At least they're being hidden. These are the spam comments I normally get on a YouTube. There's a comment on a video. I haven't had them on a stream before. Interesting. Yeah, just a little mishap. I've got the Lego Millennium Falcon, the big one. It's sitting on a coffee table in our lounge, and it just took a 8-year-old's foot to the cockpit, and there's in a few more pieces than it was when it was before it was kicked. Nothing we can't repair though, so we'll be all good. Right. And how far across that track we can play out? We need that track. Probably see how far our land goes across here. Yeah, everything's all good, Scott. Like I said, just a little accident. And a very upset child, because I've been warned a number of times. But I do put it in a silly spot where it's prone to being kicked, so can't be their fault. Not entirely to blame anyhow. Andrew Hudson, you're managing to catch a stream. Welcome along, mate. Nice to have you here. Pleased to see you're able to make it. It's not as bad as what was it? There's a video of a YouTuber or Twitch streamer, I think, who was actually building it on live on a stream, and he stood up to move and he lost his balance and he put his foot right in the middle of it, halfway through a build. That would really make you cry. At least mine's just a section off to one side that it's, you know, basically the cockpit or bridge. So we'll be able to fix it. Anzac, how you doing, buddy? Nice to see you. Hope you're all doing well. Noggy, hello, sir. To have you here. Super Dust Star Destroyer is pretty cool. I'm liking the look of the AT-AT or whatever you want to call it, the collector's edition one they've just released. That looks very cool. Although I hear there's been a few issues with it, where a combination of pieces used to put the legs together, once you've made it, it's almost impossible to pull them apart. Which for a lot of people, when you're building a $1,500 New Zealand dollar, the collector's edition, it's probably $700 or $800 US dollars, maybe even a little bit higher than that. A lot of people building a kit like that don't want it to be pulled apart, but because it goes against Lego's ethos, they are wondering whether they might have to redesign it. And if they redesign it, they might pull it apart. So there we go. Noki, welcome along. Welcome to the team. Thank you for becoming a channel member. Really appreciate that, mate. Nice to have you here as part of the team. Nothing's better, nothing's worse than stepping on a Lego at 2 AM. Jeez. Our dog's got a habit. He's old and blind, but he gets a little bit lost in the living room and walks through the pile of Lego that's in the corner kids play with. Hear this noise and kicking his way through the Lego. Too rich for your blood. Yeah, the Millennium Falcon has been a long-held dream of mine and was a 40th birthday present. I like that you said space first, Scorp. My long-term plan is I've got a bit of a man shed, or it's not yet, it's just a shed that's got lawnmowers and things like that in it, but it's pretty big. So my long-term plan, what might be this summer's plan, is to frame off a part of that and build a bit of a man cave, put all my Lego out on that, move my gaming setup and everything out there, be my little hidey hole with the Kano. Good afternoon to you too. Welcome along. Nice to have you here. Alright, Anzac, thanks for stopping in quickly. Always interests me. Some farmers around here you see have their wrapped bales sitting out in the field for weeks. And 3 weeks would be, you know, almost to the point where you could mow the grass again around them and get another cut off it. But drives me nuts. So I just want to get out there with a loader and do it myself. Enjoy the rest of your weekend anyhow, Anzac. Don't know if you're a motorsport sport fan, but if you are and catch your Bathurst today, enjoy. Be a good race. Sim Studio, welcome along. Nice to have you here. You're having a nice weekend. Joining us here, I said when we started, but it was an overwhelming vote to get here back onto Elm Creek. Which surprised me. I'd honestly geared up to be going onto No Creek Farms. I know how popular that was, so it's a raining sieve time to do it. Yeah, that always seems to be the way, I suppose. Busy mowing and baling. The wrapped bales aren't going to go anywhere when they're sitting in the field, are they? Got the Unicron that came out for Transformers. I haven't seen that. And I wish, like, do you ever wish you still had your childhood toys? Like an original 1980s Optimus Prime. I never had Optimus when I was a kid, but it's things like that you dream of. You wonder, what toys did I have that might have been worth a whole lot now? Not because I'd want to sell them, but just to have them. %, yeah, 75% of people for Elm Creek. Watch Elm Creek. Quickly lost interest in 19. So even without the maps and that noggy, and the mods, I mean the mods are going to come thick and fast. You can already see how quickly they're getting done, which is cool. I'm looking forward to it. Converted was the word I was looking for. Sunday morning mind blank. Oh, I forgot that Formula 1 qualifying was on this morning, Derek. What's the grid? If anyone doesn't want to know what the grid is, block your ears. But I'd like to know. So Derek, who's on pole? What's happening? Brother and I have been collecting metal Tonka toys. Tonka machines, where we find them. Tonka, you call them machines, it's not as bad, is it? Is this, now, who can tell me, is this grass marble? How do I know if grass is 100% grown? Or I won't know because this isn't actually part of a field, is it? Oh, Lewis is on pole. It's gonna make, if he wins, it's gonna make an interesting last race. What's everyone's thoughts on this power train having replaced his engine so much? I think it goes against the spirit of the race. If it was still running, just down on power because they hadn't designed one that could hold the power for so long, isn't that a bit cheaty? So, that's my opinion anyhow. Live streams is more about the social chatting, less about the map. Oh, there we go. That is a good point as well, Scott. So you reckon, what do you guys reckon? Is it worth mowing that grass? I mow that, because my plan was to turn this all into one field. We could go and get a mower, or at least one. Go get a mower and mow that and bale some silage or something up. They're still protesting parties. Scorp, you've got some original Transformers, so most of them could stand G5 and be pilot. I'm looking at. It's funny because there's nothing I look at that my kids have now as toys that you think we should keep those because they're going to be worth lots, or keep them as. Apart from Lego, I think just Lego's got this. Always valuable, but Yeah, I don't know. If you see the flowers, it's fully grown. Okay, cheers, mate. It's good to know. Those are all field flowers and no weeds or anything in it, are they? Always look like weeds to me. Not a large. Okay. Well, maybe we'll go get a small mower or something. Still got the fast track leased. So I wonder if we... Maybe we'll put a worker ploughing this. We might go and get a mower or something and get some of that mowed and then maybe lease a wrapper. Oh, we bought a baler. We just need a round wrapper, wouldn't we? We can bale it. Around it. I'm struggling a little bit more in this field with that bit of a hill. Or is it just because it's bigger it feels like it's taking longer? No. Oh yeah, Thomas trains. Got a box of them just sitting down here next to me. That's a good one as well. I actually pulled out a Lego set from... started building it. It was an old combine from like the 1980s. I've got halfway through building that. Field 71 was a huge field of grass, more of that one. 71? Oh yeah, there. That would be, yeah, that would take a while. Interesting to see the... Did I not finish? I did all that, didn't I? I can't have. Did I completely neglect doing the rest of that bit of field? This is cool. I really like how when you plow it together, it becomes one. Yeah, doing that. So we do need to lime some of that, and have to lime. Lincoln logs are great too. What Lincoln logs? Something I'm familiar with. Kind of had that in New Zealand. Wore them out with BB gun practice. Black Book had Barbies, but only for target practice. Alright, let's fire that off. Have I still got create fields on? Go to tell limit to fields. Let's do that. Alright, who have we got in here working? This guy. Look at him, he's an experienced soul, isn't he? Looks like what do you think, an accountant? Is there any accountants here? Is there... he looks like he's come straight from work. He's come straight from the office, and he's here to work in the tractor. I think he wants to change a career, see what it feels like. In fact, it's gonna be actually kind of cool. Let's screenshot that. It'd be cool to build a collection up of your of the different combos that the helpers get dressed like. See what they all turn out into. Now, wooden pieces shaped and painted like logs for a cabin. You would build cabins and such. Oh no, cool. Very interesting. Kick myself for not buying the forage harvester Lego kit. Is that the one that just one I've got?
Yeah.
That one there. Where is it? Forage harvester. On the back of the truck. A salesman. Yeah, that's a good one. He could be the tractor salesman. He's a Case IH salesman. See, now it would be cool when you've employed a worker if I was sitting in the buddy seat, because technically I'm still in the tractor. It'll be cool. You're in the buddy seat, and you've got your worker there, and you can look around in cab, have a different angle on things. Alright. Let's jump over here. We'll get this down. We'll go find a mower, I think. Go and see if we can make some money off that grass or not, whether it's worth it. I'm having a... Did we buy... Did I lease a trailer to move the bales last? Oh no, it's around behind the other barn on the left. That's right. I was adamant I had a flat bed trailer, and I do. Where it is now. Peter, I have. They're all here still. This is a different save, but I'm pretty sure even if I cranked up the save, I did find all the collectibles on. They'll be there again. And I know it definitely happened on Elm Creek, because I went back after I'd done it, after I'd saved it. But there you go, see the tractors. There's a tractor, a combine up there on the roof. I don't know what that one was, a combine, isn't it? I think someone commented on one of my videos for that yesterday, saying that there's 4,000 people have found them all. Everyone who's done it. Still be one up just here on the roof. Yeah. Oops. How annoying. They haven't done this. They haven't... I thought this would have been one of the first mods that Giants released. Camera on. They haven't done it. Right. What are we looking for? Mowers. Mowers. I wonder what they got under their package. I haven't looked at the bundles. Loading wagon in front of flame. They have one for hay. Does that... That's interesting. I didn't realise they had a stack that worked with the smaller bales. It was interesting. I was watching a streamer on during the week. He was he's a guy, Choco Taco. I don't know if anyone knows, he's a Canadian guy, and I used to watch him lots for first person shooters, PlayerUnknown's Battleground. Used to watch him all the time, and he started playing Farm Sim in the last couple of weeks. He's done a bit of ATS and that over the time, but it was just interesting watching. He's got no idea what he's doing, and chat trying to help him out. He bought this baler and he's baling grass, and people telling him, no, you should be making it into silage. And then he was trying to figure out how to wrap it, and then he'd made the bales, and then he was right, and everyone's going, I'll get a wrapper, and it's funny, just trying to see how a community was going to share help someone who doesn't know how to play the game. CCR, welcome along. JCB is a great tool. The JCB is a fantastic tractor. This one's only leased at the moment, so we'll have to give it back at some stage, but not too quickly. Right, we'll, I think, on that, go with the Kavernland. More American style, isn't it? Outside mower, conditioner. It's got the conditioner on it. It is just the blade. $20,000. I think we'll... What's our lease cost for it? $1,000. We buy it. I think we'll... How much money do I need for that land? 370 grand. Buy it. Not sure how much we're going to be doing for that. Am I talking about Ollie? No, Choco Taco? You're asking about the streamer I was talking about. Twitch streamer. You're going to try logging on FS22 today. Which map is best for logging? I reckon Erlangrad would be your best bet, Scott. Although, Halt a Baler on has a couple of good spots. Kind of, you know, forestry areas on them. How cool is this animation on these blowing in the wind? It's very cool. Just little details like that which just give more life to the game. Right. Okay. Put that up. Noggy, you found them all. It's good to hear. Peter, welcome along. Nice to see you. You found them twice. You've got them all twice, Peter. It's nuts. CCR, thank you very much for that $5 super chat. You're the first to notice me directly, so here. Well, I appreciate that, mate. I do try and acknowledge everyone who comes into the chat, so... but thank you very much. Narrows on the JCB. I got narrows on it when I lease, because it's leased. I put narrows on it for the potatoes, Derek, because I was using it to pull the potato harvester. I thought that was a bit more appropriate. I'm just going to do this square pit first, and then I will run around the outside of the field. I reckon there's some potential there on the outside of the field. Pleasant View Farms, welcome along, buddy. Nice to see you. Nate Zanger, hello, how are you? Great to have you here. One of the good things, CCR, about having a small stream, you know, we've not got heaps of viewers, is yeah, can actually find time to say hello to everyone and acknowledge them. I find, you know, you get into a stream where there's hundreds of people and things are just flying so fast that it's very hard for the streamer to keep up. And when I've moderated a few other channels like FSGs and Kadurks and that sort of thing, you know, you do get people who... There's a difference, like some people just spam and they'll be, every third comment will be them asking the same question, which, you know, to me that's spam. Occasionally you'll get the person who's patient and will just you know, if their question gets missed, they realise that the chat was moving fast, you know, didn't pick up on everything. You know, you're trying to watch the game, looking this way to the game as well, and you've got your chat over on the, wherever people have it. I've got a side screen over there. There's my finger. So trying to read chat and, you know, play the game at the same time. It's quite hard to keep up with everything, but appreciate that $5 super chat, mate. It's most generous of you. Hans, good evening to you. Welcome along. Hope you're enjoying your weekend. Nice Saturday night for you. It's nice being in the Southern Hemisphere, even though it's Sunday for me. I know pretty much everyone else in the world it's going to be Saturday. Unless you're an Aussie. That's the plan, Bearded, is... Oh, crikey. That's the plan, is to plough this whole field right across to here. But I thought, seeing it's just field, you know, just mat grass, I'd take it off and do a little bit of grass work at the same time. I've got no plans on where we're heading or what we're doing with this series. This is just a get to know FS22. I've watched heaps. Oh, I'm done. I haven't watched heaps. I've watched pretty much all the Kaduk and FSG stuff because I just, regardless of what they were doing, I would have watched anyhow. But a lot of the other stuff around how things work, I haven't actually watched a huge amount. You know, Farmer Cops put out dozens of videos, and you know, I was chatting to him the other day and I said, kudos, mate, you've just... I don't know how you've done it, how you've managed to put so much out in such a short little amount of time. It's impressive. But, you know, I haven't watched a huge amount of some of those. This is how this works and this is how that works. So, a lot of it I'm learning with you guys and using your knowledge in that too. So. And I've tried to steer clear of doing too any of those sort of, how does this work, because, you know, unless you can get a foothold into the market, you're going to be dominated by those who've come before you. Hard to get noticed sometimes on Farmer Cop streams. Farmer Cop does a fantastic job on his streams, actually, of reading most comments, I must admit. Does a pretty good job. No Man's Land might be coming, isn't it? I thought it was confirmed. I thought Alien Jim posted that he was working on it the other day, and he'd said earlier in the year that he'd be bringing it through to FS22. That's going to be pretty cool. Never played it though. Obviously it got the treatment from a lot of people, and played very well. Great series, I don't know, man. Do like the creek crossings by main farm. Oh, you like them? Like the style of them and that? They're pretty cool. Watch you don't like to spam and find annoying people do. Yeah, as a moderator and that for some of those channels, you'll let it go a couple of times and you can tell when people are spamming just because they're, you know, spamming, and then you can tell when people are spamming or, you know, repeating a message because it wasn't seen. And I think there's a little bit of a difference, and some people get frustrated. Like I was in someone's stream the other day and someone was writing the same comment, and they were patiently doing it. They were repeating it every, you know, minute or two. They weren't just trying to fill the chat up with it so it was seen. But after about the 5th time, they just started getting really abusive. I thought, that's not okay. And that's when you see that happening, you might time someone else too. Can't stand these kind of Mars. Nate, what don't you like about them? Just the way they're off the side, or is it the... trying to navigate a implement hanging off the side? Tim Maslin, great to see you, buddy. What's happening? Bummed I can't stay, but hope that everyone had a great Thanksgiving. Oh, nice to be able to stop in briefly, Tim. Nice to see you. Hope you're having a good weekend. And yeah, I do hope that everyone had a great Thanksgiving. Not something get too carried away with here in New Zealand, but I know it's a big deal for you guys, so I hope, or for a lot of you, so I do hope it was a nice time with family and friends, and that you all ate and drank too much. Any equipment off to the side you can't stand either, bearded gamer. This is all we had a all the mowers we had when I was growing up driving tractors were off the side ones like this, just a single mower. You know, butterfly mowers and front mount mowers and those kind of things were a pipe dream for manufacturers at that stage. Really only been the last, typical that I'm going to end up with that little row there, but it's really only been the last 5 or 10 years that you've really seen those butterfly mowers front mounted setups becoming more prevalent around our part of the world. Daryl, good morning to you. Welcome along. Now my chat's going too fast and I can't keep up. I watched some farm earlier and made a good profit on a contract wheat harvest, so I assume that's fixed now. Some of them were and some of them weren't. I heard that if you... you didn't complete the contract, if you didn't finish harvesting and you took all the crop in, was the way to do it. I can't remember if that was true or not. It's like Christmas all over again when new mods hit. You're right, Tim. Scorp's just messing around on this map until something better comes along. That's kind of what I'm thinking too. Scorpion. Good afternoon, good evening, FSG. Welcome along, mate. Nice to see you. Oh look, our AI worker can't figure out how to turn on those tight angles. I thought they would have fixed that. It's a shame. Alright, let's just go and pull this fella out. Use a front mower and a side mower. Yeah. Off the side it's a pain. Good to see you too, Argsy. Yeah, found some guy you can't keep up these days. It's because you're old. Little known fact, FSG's actually got his screen text zoomed to 150% so he can read it properly, and so therefore he doesn't get as much chat on his screen, and that's why he misses a lot of things. I mean, the pie's gone, Thanksgiving's over. Does that mean you make your wife make an extra big pie to make Thanksgiving last longer, or does it just go just quick? Do you like that rule? You're just going to keep on buying pies. It's the same pie, honest. Andy usually play with Fent, but the 9570R is cool, and I don't play with the green machine. The 95 or the 9Rs are a very nice looking tractor. Always family friendly. Can't say anything, I'm a bit older than if he's strict. Oh, he's older than me, so I can get away with it. Liking the McCormick tractors. Haven't tried those. Right, let's see what happens. We'll set this worker going again. See now that I've taken an extra pedal, and I bet you it won't help. Guarantee it won't help. Who have we got today? Oh yeah, he's a he's been, what do you reckon? He's been down at the shops. He went for a stroll. He went to do a bit of shopping out for a Saturday afternoon drive. He saw a tractor and he just wanted to come and hang out, see what it was like. It's like, I wonder what it's like driving a tractor. We were talking before, we had an accountant or a salesman driving the tractor before, so we were going to have a look and see what different combos of people we get. So screenshot that one too. See what different combos of workers we get from our AI. Nate, you'll be back. Alright, we'll see you soon. Such a thing as a chocolate pie. Some people have all the luck. My wife makes a certain number of pies. Is that gone? They're gone. Oh, excuse me. Oh, look, see, he's going to turn around this time. Is he? Oh, see, this guy's better. That salesman was a terrible driver. Got the good help in now. My birthday was day before Thanksgiving this year, so I got a birthday cake along with pie. Oh, you're lucky. Some people have just put candles in the pie and say, here you go, get 2 for 1. Scott. What was it? You got a bottle of Aberlour. Have you tried that Aberlour yet, Scott? It was our wedding anniversary this week, and we went out for dinner last night to celebrate, and came home, and some friends had brought me a bottle of what it was called now. Abergory? Oh no, I can't remember. It's on the bench. It's an 18-year-old whiskey in a nice collector's box, or nice box. It's the oldest one I've had. Very peaty, not quite as sweet as I'm used to with some of the whiskies I've had. Very nice. Nice to get home and enjoy that. One, if they start on the small bits, they tend to do the turns better. That's interesting to know. I thought they would have had, like, you know, they implemented the better AI workers with precision farming. I would have thought they would have had that same structure in here. And buying the McCormicks on sale and enjoying them. Do they come up on sale lots more than other tractors? That'd be an interesting trend actually, to see if any equipment trends on sale more than others. An FSG short that's not a short. You just skip forward an hour every hour and see what changes. CCR, I'm going deep sea fishing for my birthday Monday. Awesome. So you said you were in the States before. What part are you in to be going deep sea fishing from? And what are you targeting? What's your target catch if you're going deep sea fishing? He looked ex-military, did he? Well, he could be ex-military, and that might be why he had some spare time and was out walking, going shopping. Ooh, Mesmo? Hope I've got that correct. Hi, hello. Welcome along. Nice to have you. Key West. So Key West, that's Florida, isn't it? I save your finger and your W key. Thanks for the collect videos. No worries, mate. Pleased to hear it help. And thank you for coming into the stream. I've had a huge number of comments about how helpful they've been. So it's great to see that someone was able to help with those. I hope that they're a long-lasting video, and as more people get into the game, they'll come back to them. That was sort of target. Didn't think I commented correctly on basically. Half gone, Scott. I'm pleased you had help. I'd be worried if you'd done that yourself. Oh, Bed Gamer, happy birthday for December 1st. That was our wedding anniversary, December 1st. Oh, happy birthday to you, buddy. There's be a lot hanging around. Stick a tiny drop of water in it and nothing else will really soften it. I've got a little pipette thing. You like a little eyedropper, and you put it into the water, put your finger over the end, then you can let the finger off and it lets the air in the end. Got one of those, so I should try it. I normally avoid putting anything in, but I do know a tiny drop of water is pretty helpful. Hey guys, does anyone have a problem with the JBDB120 planter? Courseplay doesn't stop to refill, so you just keep going. I did have that problem when I was trying to do it on Western Australia. If I was using Courseplay for the refill point, I had to set the stop point for the course and then position the auger to refill the seed right on top of that stop point, or I'd find it would just drive past and wouldn't stop. Someone can play my short with them as long as they need to rethink. Haven't watched you one today yet. Right, he looks like he's sorted, so we will carry on mowing around here. I'm going to head around the outside of this field. As we'll make the most of the grass we've got. Did you test that idea? So what was that idea, Bearded? What did you suggest for forage wagons? I'm intrigued. I was very interested yesterday in your testing of the forage wagons. It's a very small fill trigger. Yeah, I think that's part of the problem too, Noggy. That's what I found, but I did find with Courseplay I could get, when I had a... What did I have? I had a liquid fertilizer caddy on the back of it. I could get that to fill up from a trailer, but I couldn't get the seed to fill up from the auger wagon. It would just drive through. Even if it went under the trigger. I think you might be right. It might be the trigger's so small that by the time it's driven under it and detected it's hit the trigger, it's too late to stop and it's carried on. Oh, thank you, Bearded. 14 years married. If I'd murdered her, I would be out by now. Oh wait, Pete, how you doing, buddy? Whoops. Turned a bit late. Oh, that's a bit crazy. Codes work for all platforms. Which codes are you talking about? Is that the DLC codes? I don't think so. I think they'll only work with whatever platform you had them with. Wedding anniversaries in July. We married outdoors. We marred outdoors. That's a bit of a good typo there. It's cool. Derek Smith, I'll get banned for this. The last whiskey I used was to light the log burner when I was having trouble with single malt. Each to their own, buddy. Each to their own. It was it's become an acquired taste for me, but as of a lot of things, you know, I never used to drink wine. Wine was horrible. And then as I have aged, I have matured. My palate has matured, do we say. But no, not my seed palate. mascot would shoot you, Derek. Shoot first, ask questions later. Oh, off the edge of the field there. Interesting, the field definition on the edge of this one, actually. Alright. If we can get another loop in. Oh, let's have a look. Here's the... Can't see, but if I put that there... Yeah. Pretty much on the edge, so we can't actually get as much off this as I thought. Very good rum. Yes, there you go. I'm not much of a rum drinker. So. Although, a good spiced rum I actually quite enjoy. Miss the GPS and have a nice map. A place to sell the rock. Have silo. The worst thing is Courseplay doesn't stop it when it needs refill, it just keeps going. I refill it manually, but it doesn't tell me when it runs out of seed. I have to keep checking. Ah. You should get a... That's interesting. You should get a warning on the screen telling you when it needs refilling. Suggested testing the additive with straw and hay. Yeah. Using a loading wagon to pick up straw. Yeah. That would be an interesting one, actually. Alright, that's the end of the stream, guys. I've got a couple of things I need to go do. Not at all. Like I said earlier, I'm leaving that to everyone else to do. We'll just have fun playing on the maps. Nate is back. Welcome back, Nate. I love me. Oh, Derek. IPAs is drinking grass clippings. Hop speeder. IPAs are becoming the beer to drink at the moment, aren't they? They certainly are. Or any pale ale. We're getting a lot of APAs, American Pale Ales, IPAs, XPAs. So yeah, those are probably the main ones that are brewing over here. Silage bales take 100 hours to ferment. That's good to know. I saw that FSG, North Dakota 16X map. Interesting though, I had a thought when I saw that. Does he actually say it's for FS22 anywhere? I mean, I'm assuming it is. Let's go down, I think we can get one more pass off from the other end. I'm assuming it's a FS22 map. But to make it 16X and... Time will tell, I guess. We'll give them the benefit of the doubt for now, but time will tell whether a little over a month is long enough to get a good 16X map, or whether it's a get it out as fast as we can to be the first one. Lots of grass at this end. Means there's lots more area we can plough to make into a field. Interesting whether it's that extra headland pass I took off on that AI worker that's made him run that better or not. He's confirmed it's 22. Cool. I thought people would ask. Right. Can we run down here still? Yeah. See if I can do this without putting it into a power pole. Oh, who put that? Stay there. Why? Okay. Can anyone explain to me the science between having a stay off the side of your power pole when the lines are going in that direction? Makes sense to have that one. That's doing something. That one ain't. Yeah, it doesn't have a collision on it anyhow. single malt scotch or single barrel bourbon, and of course beer. That's your poisons, CCR. Apparently that part of North Dakota is very... It's a 16x map, it's one field. The farmyard in the corner. That's all that happens because it's... Right, let's shut that all down. Hold it up. Oh no, and we've got more land we can mow over here, I think. Oh, which I'm sure I own some of this. Ah, further down. Yeah, worth it. Not worth it at all. Found this microbrewery that makes a red IPA, absolute perfection. That does sound good, bearded gamer. Alright. Where are we going to leave this Marv now? We need to go get a windrow now too, don't we? Get in here under the tree. Missy B's warehouses. They would be good to have, Noggy. Botar, welcome on, buddy. Nice to see you. Alien Jim, if you're watching this, please release the No Man's Land for 22 days, please. It'd be great if Alien Jim was watching this. Oh. Got Russell going. Russell's doing something in the background. He's in the kitchen. Not sure what he's doing. I think he's one of the kids making a smoothie. Up against the wind, they don't all go the same way. That's a good point, Noggy. North Dakota will be the follow-on from West Texas. We'll have to see where we go with our multiplayer stuff. We will have to get a good map out there for that at some stage. Good to do. Atlanta, Georgia. You know how else? And T-Man's from Atlanta, Georgia, isn't he? Wonder how that man's doing. Right. What are we looking for? Windrow. Ooh. What's in our budget? How wide's that? 4.7 meters. 8.4. Some maps. That looks like my kind of thing. Just do a quick check. Special there. No. Look at some of the discounts though. 64. All over. The tractor's not quite, but all over 50%. And you get the header 50% off, but you got to pay full price for the actual forage hub. Right, like that. Thank you, Mismo. 42 watching, only 30 like. Hit that like button. Yep, if you are enjoying the stream, make sure you do leave us a thumbs up. Much appreciated. Maybe you send me some Argsy. That'd be nice, bearded, although I'd expect the price to send some beard in New Zealand probably wouldn't make it worthwhile. You know, I ordered something from the UK last week and it's already in Singapore. Very impressed. FSG's waiting for the Whiskey Distillery mod to appear on S22. Right. Let's start here. No better place. Let's look at windrow. GI. Oh, I thought I was going to miss the sign. That's two. That's two signs I've managed to take out so far. There we go, our worker is complete. And I can get this all in one pass or not. Oh, just about. Right. It's one or the other. Right, we'll come back along and put it all into one row. We'll pick up those last little bits. That'll fix that. To me, yeah, it is a nice one, Scott. Good job. Good price for the width. Placeable hops like the grapes. Now that is an idea, Scott. It was interesting to see how simple, how quickly, might not have been simple, he's got some coding background in that software development, but how Kadirk managed to get the grain dryer working as a placeable, as a production chain. So it's very interesting. He found that pretty straightforward, would be the better way to say it. Which gives hope for other production chains. Hope someone makes a hops multi-fruit mod. It was interesting, there was an article in our news recently. There was a hops discovered growing naturally in New Zealand. These hops have been growing in the same area for over 100 years. And one of the early settlers, who was he was a retail baron. Basically, he had a big department store in Christchurch, and he'd imported these hops and planted them on his farm, and they'd been forgotten about and been growing there for over 100 years. So they're actually going through, because they're growing in a part of New Zealand which is a lot colder than where our hops are normally grown. They are looking at what makes these hops unique, their chemistry or their genetics, to grow in this region where it's a bit colder. But they've been there, yeah, they reckon they've been growing in the same spot for over 100. Oh, look, I can't pick that up. Shame. Need a bulk build trailer for the production products. Is that so you can pull things a lot easier bedded? Auto load. Auto load can't be too far away. Legion. Yeah, in hockey. New Zealand soil can grow anything. Don't know quite about that, Scott. Soil probably can, it's the climate can't. Is that all they are in some of the production pallets? Wow. Even like I was on Spectacle Island and I was using the little handheld egg crates. So even something that could take, 3 or 4 150 litre pallets and put it into one. So you still had to load them, but it would have made them more like they were packaged as a bigger item. Pretty cool. Your dad grew hops back in the 50s. Commercially, Derek, or as a hobby? Pretty cool. I'd be really keen for my dad to get into, and I haven't really talked to him about it, but getting into things like hemp and those kind of, crops that are becoming more mainstream. There's some pretty tough restrictions around doing it. In New Zealand, at least, you're not even allowed to grow them inside of the road. Your fields have to be approved by different organisations They have to be, you know, not visible. A whole lot of stuff that you have to do. Not moving hundreds of pallets. Sure, it can't be too far away with the auto load. If life doesn't work out as a farmer, you can be a radio announcer or narrator for a National Geographic documentary. Oh, thank you. It's funny, like a lot of people come in here and comment about the accent. It's just, I'm used to it. It's what I hear all the time. And you know, you listen to other streamers and other people and you're like, oh, it's unique, it's different. I'd have to be a narrator though, I don't have a face for TV. Or else I could do radio ads. Finest New Zealand hops. Growing deep, the native bushland. Commercially, hops and more so cider. So by cider, do you mean do you mean apples? Bulk issues the map. Giants map have everything listed separately. Don't all the maps have everything listed separately? And then there's a bulk. Looking forward to seeing what models do with wine production. That will be an interesting one to see. Good old Jessica Baker. She doesn't respond. Need to open Scorpion Vineyards. All listed separate, does that mean there would need to be a mod telling the map that all X items are considered bulk? Is that new? I thought under the fill types part of the map, oh there we go, I can get that. Under the fill types part of the map, I thought you could have, like every fill type's individual. This is my understanding anyhow. But you have bulk fill types that, and then the fill type is listed next to that as bulk fill type. Kind of like, you know, I'm trying to think of an example from what I know, what I've done with stuff. You can have fertilizers, and you have dry fertilizer, liquid fertilizer, slurry, manure, all listed as different types of fertilizer as a fill type. That's how I understood it anyhow. Lime is another one too. Thank you, Mesmo. Wine will definitely have a sting in the tail. I see what you did there, Derek. I also like if you load many different pallets onto a flatbed trailer, it will show all different fill types. That is nice, isn't it, Hoggy? So tell me if you've done that. If you go to, let's say, the grocers in the top corner and you want to sell your strawberries there, can you tell it just to tell that, or does it sell whatever's on the back of the trailer? So if you go up there with strawberries and lettuce is at a better price elsewhere on the map, does it just sell everything? Or does it? You can't say just unload and sell strawberries. Okay. I only specialise in patios and porches. Score. I've shifted my brand focus. Bulk is not everything. Can I do a haka sometime? There's people better at doing a haka than me. My boys are even better at doing hakas than I am. My My wife and, well, as a result, then my children actually have Māori heritage. They know what they call their pipiha, which is their greeting. They introduce themselves, they say where they're from, and you know that the three main significant parts of that are their mountain, their land, their region, their mountain, and their river. That's their sort of more spiritual part. And it talks about their iwi, which is like their tribe and the separate parts of that. Martin, how you doing? Welcome along. Devon Scrumpy, plus clotted cream, which is in over Britain. Devon Scrumpy, so that like Scrumpy ciders. They still do Scrumpy ciders, don't they? We still have a cider brand called Scrumpies. How are you, mate? How are you, mate? Hey, how are you, Martin? Going to be a matin. Going to get a hybrid. Right, let's go. Go get the case. We'll take this back, and then we might put the baler on the case. We'll run around with that. It will take with the trigger accepts. So if you wanted to sell at separate spots, you'd have to pull up beside and unload them manually, wouldn't you? Which would suck. Also like it if the Meridian storage tank held lime. That's one that's always, you know, the add lime to auger wagons was always a mod. I was looking the other day at what holds lime, and again, yeah, it's much the same as 19 was. Bit of a bummer. Where am I going with this? Get around the back of the shed. Ooh, goodness. Close. Love you too, Scorp. Like a brother. Nothing more. As MRG would say, strictly platonic. Alright, let's go rescue this other tractor. Good job, work is all done. Just need to edit the XML. It's above my expertise, Legend. To accept the fill types actually is probably one of the simplest things to do, bedded. Good learning point, good starting point to learn XML editing. Don't SJWs humour the cultural appropriation. Is it, mate? How about you go down and ask? Yeah, there is a little bit of that, Derek. So I see McKnight Gaming's made it quite a few edits to this map, and has been releasing it in little bits and pieces. He's taken like at some of the farms like this, he's taken a lot of the buildings out so you can put placeables in. Like that. And there you go, Legion said the same thing, yeah. Bulk fill, and changing fill types and that's not too difficult. It's when you've got to do it across multiple ones, like our anhydrous we did on West Texas. You're a Bulldogs fan. My mum went there. Nice. Managed to code a trailer. You did, Legion. That was a very impressive job. Where it starts out small. Is that right? Scrumpy ciders before health and safety, some meat was added to give the apple juice something to work. Wow. Things you don't know. So it wasn't a vegan cider. Looking at adding lime on the auger wagon. The trailer's bulk doesn't have it. So you'd have to edit the XML for this map then to add bulk. You could do that though, couldn't you? You can get to all the map files. They're not a lot away. The edits are nice. That's what I think Kaduk's got that version, isn't he? That's what he's playing. It's JW's. Sad to notice there's no small seed in this version. Is there not? No, it's not either. They had the what was that brand? Was it Umbertheth in the game? It wasn't Umbertheth in the game, was it? Do you know what excited me the most? Was watching... What was that on? FSG's video on silage, not silage, on TMR the other day, and he was showing the mineral food getting put in for making the TMR. How cool was the pallet animation as the pallets lowered down? They didn't have that invisible hitbox on them. Alright, who left this trailer in the way? Me. Is that college football you're talking about, CCR? Yeah. Unplug my head. Vegans went a thing in there. People ate what was available. Yeah. They ate what was available. And if they didn't want to eat something, they didn't need it. They didn't need a name to describe themselves. Alright. Got one of those badly branded balers here. But let's go get this grass picked up. How many bales do you reckon? Now, can I... Actually, I haven't done... Let's change the bale size. What size can we wrap? That's a good question to ask first. Uggsy. So, that's our round wrap. It can do 125 or 150s. 25 50. Let it do up to 180s. So, we don't want to go to 180. Because no, we don't want to use that. Because I want to be able to sell them. So, L is bale size. So, we want to do 150s. Right. It is the only barn you can get into on that map, on that farm, Derek. But I think it's one of the only farms that has a barn that you can actually get into with something. This is why I chose this area. Right, we're going to get a straw bale out first, are we? Oh, look at that! It changed to grass. That's pretty cool. That's only, is that only giving me a small bale? Did it increase in size because I changed the size then? Does it tell me what size that bale is? How it runs it? 3,500 litres, 620 kg. I can pick it up. Didn't think I could. $10 bales, I'm bad at guessing. I don't know my 6-year-old daughter what haka is. Go to some of the all black haka. You're gonna get the ones that really make my spine tingle when you're talking about hackers are some of the schoolboy ones. There's a, I have to see if there's a video of it, but there's a high school here, New Plymouth Boys High School, and their rugby ground is, don't roll bale, stay there. Their rugby ground is in an old quarry, so the sides of the field are, you know, really steeply terraced, and you can get hundreds of schoolboys out there doing their school haka when the game's on. It's a pretty cool spectacle. The All Blacks haka is actually very fiercely protected by copyright and trademark. It's licensed by one of the tribes here, and they license its use to the All Blacks. There was a case recently of a South African college who were using it. Basically got a cease and desist. Buildings are on your list of disappointments. That's probably one of my biggest disappointments to Scorp. It's kind of like Giants have admitted that modders are going to come along and do a better job at making maps than they will. So these base maps are just there for those, for the starters and for those who aren't too keen on mods. Because I know there's a lot of people who don't play with mods. That just, it scares them, I think. Full. I like this in bale change size. These are 5,500 litre bales. Very cool. Features like this for for PlayStation are huge. In fact, has anyone tested? Is there a bale limit? You know how you can console previously there was a 200 bale limit. If that's still a thing, I haven't heard. Surely Mr. Silly P's looked at that. There's a few things I've been tempted just to buy the PlayStation version just to test out. But yeah, I think the buildings, they've recycled a whole lot of assets, which I understand and expect, and every map maker does it. But the effort they went to in that barn at the starter farm underneath with that little map and everything, surely they could have done something like that on all the barns. War Damn Eagle, what's that? Better go on those WDE. Is that something football related, I'm guessing? 17 bales is your guess, CCR? You can only do that in Giants Editor though, Derek. Yeah, so I had someone during the week with the comments, and I'm just going to show this. They said if you go into the build menu, race. Put on controller rather than mouse. They reckon if you come over here, you own the land, demolish these. You can't. None of them are demolishable. Can't do it. At least I'm doing something wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was the case. Go to demolish. You can demolish it. You can't get rid of any of the fences, nothing. But whoever that was, can't be done. Unless it can be done, because the only difference I have is I started in Farm Manager, not New Farmer. It's the only difference I had. Oh, CLP has done it. Thank you, Gido Farms and Mr. Furious. Thank you for that. Nice to see you both here in the stream. Thank you for commenting as well. Oh, Umismo, you did as well. Sorry, buddy. Missed that one. Seen some of those in Norway, yeah. Some of the Pacific Islands have some pretty cool stuff, and that's always great when the island nations play. Watching their hackers and the passion they have for it. Very cool. I don't think any of the base maps are bad, but they definitely are lacking many things the models of race and map quality. Absolutely, Scott. Absolutely. I don't think any of them are bad. They're certainly, do we dare mention Ravenport? I mean, this is Elm Creek's the massive, massive step up. Ravenport, isn't it? Let's see if I can pick any of this up. Be outside the map limit. It's going to be annoying because I will be able to see that all the time. It's an Auburn, oh, okay. Biggest point on this particular map is the bars and sheets on the other farm. Okay. College hand egg ball. Three buildings total. I think it's only the ones on the starter farm, isn't it, Daz? And then the production chains can too, of course. No need for more people to know of it. Around. If you all FS2, FS20 has some good things, but it will be the modders that will make it a great game or not. A lot of new things will give the modders a bit of scope for doing things, absolutely. Yep. I mean, the physics are fantastic. The bale physics and loading physics and stacking physics and those things. You know, most enjoyable. I've really, really appreciated the changes they've made there. Yeah, so the starter farm you can, Derek. And in fact, if let's just go there very quickly. View. Where's the starter farm? On there. Go to the gas station. But see, the house isn't here. And because I started on farm manager, so the house isn't there. What else is missing? Is there other buildings? Oh, the silos aren't there. Not sure what else is, but you know, like this. I went to all the effort to create this little space. Like with all of this stuff. Yeah. Whoa, cool. Nobody's jumping on that sinking ship. Giants create the game, modders make the game work. Good way to put it. All we can hope for is a Rushdown Creek will be releasing a 4X version for console and PC in a few months as DLC. I was so hopeful this was going to be a 4X map, Taz. I really, really was. I was convinced. They did mess up the logs though. Yeah, they didn't. The logs didn't feel that nice the other day when I was playing with them. I need to have a bit more of a go around noggy, have a proper play with them. Started on the Otten Birch map. Can use sheds and doors open, but they can sell points for rocks. Probably other things I did not come over yet. What's that map? Is that a new one? Is that a mod map that's out already? There was a brown building by the yarn that was deleted too, was he? Okay. I thought there was another one. I haven't spent enough time at the starter farm yet to know what it's like. I'm seeing 22 with the bugs. Let's see. Thank you, Derek. I'd speak to Colin's fun. I enjoy it. Nice just getting in. It's a bit like this actually, just going and playing the game and getting things done, making progress, even if it is in a small scale. Oh, full again. Yeah, you certainly got the field. Like I said in the last live stream, how much of this up here, how much of this is not farmland? You know, a big chunk. And it's impressive that I managed to fit. Well, how many fields are there? 70, 80, 82 fields. When they stack, they suck. Ah, okay. The map trees are awful. I planted some pines. I'm going to try with those. By the way, I'm from Brazil. English isn't my official language. Well, you are doing a fantastic job communicating in chat. Someone whose English is not your first language, doing a great job. Scott, George, you have 127 hours already. Wowzers. Can someone do the maths? It released on the 22nd, which is 2 weeks tomorrow for me. So 14 times 24, so at 240 plus another 96. I mean 330 hours since it released. Scott, and you've got 127 already. Impressed, mate. Very impressed. Mesmo's the same. Oh goodness. You guys are dedicated. Alright. We've got, I think there's a little bit I left down here, wasn't there? Lead. Oh, we've still got a moving bale there. Wiggled and wobbled. Alright. There's only a little bit there. Because we're going to plough this up, I'm not going to bother picking that up. Leave it there and plough it under. Right, how many bales do we end up with? 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 on the left. There's 6. And then whatever's left up the other top end. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I'm going to count this again because I think someone said 17 and we're pretty much there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Who was it that said 17? You were pretty close. Was it CCR or Mesmo or who was it? 16 bales all up. Good guess. Do you know what else? If I need something, just thought about it. The farm is missing one key element. Can anyone guess what it is? I think I'm going to put it here on the back. I think this is going to be the best spot because we can do it on the way in. One key element missing from the farm. Where is it? Is it under tools? Oh, I got this too, little vehicle workshop. There it is. Not been argsy mapped without a pressure washer on it. Put it. Here we go. That's better. You had all last week off work, Scott, so you had plenty of time. You're right. You're right, Derek. Not many. I wouldn't have done too well either. You were very close. CCR, it was you, 17. Better game, you probably have close. Are you playing on the Giants version? Can you still look under the stat? Where is it? Have a look under there. I've only played 8 hours on this map. So you could tell per map what you've played on. Okay, 16 total. 16 in this session. Confirms that. Here we go. Everyone knew it was the power washer. Let's drive through here. Right, next purchase. A bale wrapper. those forks there. So I might grab, I want to try one of the squeeze grabs for the wrapped bales. One thing I always wanted to do on 19 more was use the squeeze grab rather than the forks on a wrapped bale. Needs the barbecue spot, does need the barbecue spot. We need someone to do that for 22 for us. Let's go. Derek's got 0 hours on 22, but probably more than 127 watch 22. I've probably watched more than I've played, to be honest, too. Shift P and it goes straight to build mode, does it? Oh, look at that. Good hint to know, thank you very much. It's map specific though, of multiple maps and deleted save game. Ah, okay. Yeah, that's one thing with the Giants version, isn't it? It doesn't track game time. So I think the Giants game into Steam. I've got two copies. I've got the Giants version on my laptop, and then this is the Steam version. There you go, just braking as he changes lanes. Right, let's do this easy. Double check we don't have a wrapper on special. Interesting that they're changing quite frequently, aren't they? Tractor's gone off the front and that's added onto the back. And 9. Wrappers. Oh, can we change? Probably could have done that. Bail on end. I like the bail on end. Because that leaves them lying on their flat, which makes it easy to pick up. Oil colour should go with green. License plate should we have back only colour? We need to go with that. I can't even think. I spent so much time doing these the other day. Yeah, Agsy wrap. Buy now, don't I? Boom, done. You've played but I watched so many videos. You played 19 CCR? Over 4,000 hours on 19 Noggy. Nice. Need to commission a smoker trailer mod or a scorpion pit barbecue restaurant. Did you see there was a smoker trailer mod released on 19 only a month or so ago? Yeah. Wish we could save default license plates. And that, yep, that's one thing that'll be cool. The other one's the annoying one. Wardrobe? Yeah, your name. That's my PC name. It doesn't keep my name. Which sucks too. Wash me license that day. I'm going to do that on FS. Oh, where are we going? We're going to hit a wrap. I'm going to do that for FSG. Score, thank you. Let's turn it on. Oh, pick it up right. Alright, what have I done wrong here? Folded. Oh, there we go. I was picking it up the wrong way. Out and watch this. Thanks. Very nice. Nice. Oh, do you know what? I didn't get the, good thing we're not too far away from the shop, because I didn't grab the bale fork after all that. And Norway Pete's just reminded me, as I remembered. Botar's found something interesting. Different spray type depending on the current folding configuration of fill type. Lime can be spread up. Fertilizer. It is interesting. I know there was restrictions on distance in, lime and fertilizer spread different distances in 19. Never played Farming Simulator. Oh, wow. You enjoy watching it though, obviously. 4,000 hours and not even content creator. I don't have, I reckon people who just play the game for the sake of playing the game would have more hours than content creators, Noggy. You spend half your time editing videos and not actually getting to play. That one got you mad. What was that, Bearded? The not changing your name? Oops. I'm sure in 19 that would have picked that bale up and rotated at 90 degrees. Let's rip this around here. Right, that's fine. Yeah, it's so much fun. I've been going for 2 hours on it. Now what Anzac was saying earlier in the day, we'll leave these bales sitting out here for however long. Why is it not picking that up? What's going on here? Yeah, I was too far over? So, the name thing here. Wait sure you have over 10,000 hours on Farming Simulator. Started on FS 13, right. It amazes me, like, at the end of the stream, I get a cumulative hours watched. Can't see it just yet. But when the stream's finished, it tells me cumulatively how many hours were watched while you guys were here. And it's amazing when you accumulate everyone's hours, how much time there was. Okay, back up. Okay. In Tekwin, he has a 42-meter fertilizer spreader, and I think is one of the cheapest. Yeah. I'm going to need a lime spreader soon because we need a lime in a lot of our fields. Must be able to locate it in a log somewhere to change it permanently. $50-meter Suki. Is that the fertilizer spreader? Let's take a quick look and get that one picked up. Wrapping. Look. Where are we at? Fertilizer. Still getting my head around where everything is because it scrolls up instead of across. Fertilizer spreader. Is it a sprayer one, is it? And the spreader? Self-propelled then? Yeah. Is it a mod? I haven't seen that. It's a mod. Yeah, I'd have to have a look and see if it is in one of the XMLs. Those beautiful marshmallows. Always tell our kids when driving past that they were marshmallow farmers. Spreader one. Oh, as a mod was released yesterday. Ah, okay. Thanks, Legion. Holden man, good morning. But you're gearing up for a big day today, are you? Excuse me. The feature of the width sprays are for the solid fertilizer. With the liquid sprays, you can turn on or off the spray, but not the width of the arm. Yeah, with the spray section control, isn't it? That is a fantastic new feature they've added. We played around with that on the last live stream. First option. First option in the spreaders. Is it? On there? Oh yeah, 42 meters. Ah, I see. And it is the cheapest one. That is very good. Doesn't spread lime. Ah, okay. You'll get up for the big race today, Holden man. Nice to see Holden on the front row. I was saying earlier, we've got friends coming around today. We've got a projector we've set up on the wall. I might have to before we watch the race, I might have to put some cheeky palm some on it. I'm doing very well, thank you, sir. Who's your money on to win? Tell you what, if the Erebus cars can keep it together, I reckon they're looking like a good shot. Yeah, watch Digger. These little fields we own wouldn't even be 1 or 2 passes. This annoys me. I always go to the very top and then try and use my scroll wheel to move. It doesn't. Got to be on the one down lower. That's something that annoys me. These fields here, you're doing 1 pass easy. Alright, is that them all wrapped? I think so. Alright, hold that up. And we'll head up and grab our bale fork, which we didn't do. So my next question, I know someone said it took 100 hours for them to ferment. Can I sell them straight away into the biogas plant? Or do I need to leave them to ferment before you can? Hoping I can sell them straight away. Are you going to wait for us? Oh, ooh. The SUV drivers. It's always the SUV drivers out ignorant to farming equipment. No. Front loader tool. Right, we got here. 2 choices. So we got a round bale fork there, or the bale handler. I use the bale handler. Does that work with the round bale? I don't think that'll open one. Now we've got them. Because we put them on there flat, maybe I'm going to have to. This one worked quite well the other day with FSG. I liked it. No, can't sell right away. Bummer. Need to wait for the fermentation process. No way, Pete. Right it today. You're doing it. Yeah, I knew if you could do it. That's a bummer. I don't think you couldn't do it on 19 though either, could you? I am thinking of the fact you could do it on contracts. Bale handler or bale. See, it's going to be no good now that we've flipped our bales. Loading bale trailer. Yeah, I just don't want to spend the money on it. And again, I've flipped them the wrong way. That's $50,000. Unload them manually. Purely because I'll leave them on the trailer to ferment. Then I can go and sell them. Like that one. Let's give this one a try again. It's either going to work or it's not going to work. That should be. Is that wide enough for a bale? We'll go and find out. Oh, I'm enjoying learning along with you guys. Sharing your information with me. I always reflect back when I first got FS19 and hadn't watched any YouTube videos. It was on sale on PlayStation Network, and I got it on PS4. And I cringe back to what I used to do when I first started off on Ravenport. I even chose that, not Felsbrunn. I wish I'd chosen Felsbrunn. Oh yeah, let's look. Oh, not over the middle. There we go. It's like I bought one. Right, so I'm just going to drop that there. Go and get the JCB. Go and get the trailer. $100 is longer than it was on 19.2, isn't it? Oh, am I going to be able to make it around this corner? Right. Which was what turn? Change my control Y. Front wheel. I think running around with a four-wheel steer and a trailer not going to be the wisest idea. Make it out there. Oh, without hitting the shed. We'll buff out. Number plate on this one. Oops. I'll just argsy. Didn't get adventurous with the trailer. Quantum, how you doing, mate? Nice to see you. You thought 19 was instant when it came to bales. Was it Seasons that introduced... Seasons might have introduced a fermenting time, did it? On bales? I can't remember now. Silage with Seasons was 1/3 of a season. Yeah. It's not pretty, but this just goes to highlight how much they've improved the handling physics. Because that would never have held in there like that in 19. If anything, it would have blown halfway across the map. Space. All the space to push that further. Just grab, release. Why can I not get that grab to release now? Oh. It's not letting go. Oh no, have we got the bale stuck? Oh, okay. So, is it... Oh, there we go. Seasons had added time. You're putting the pressure on now that I know FSG's here watching. Because I know the second I make a mistake, it's going to be in at me like a hawk. bales in space. It would have been bales in space. But how good are those? Like, okay, they're probably too good because in real life that would be long gone. That first bale was a smaller one still. Oops. There we go. That first bale out was a smaller one still. That's what was easy to pick up. Straps over those so we don't lose them. Oh, those sounds are so satisfying. Look at how shiny my tractor looks though, FSG. Ooh. Might need a weight on the back. Why that one's decided to be so much heavier than the rest. The weight in closer. See? Science. Science, people. It's a good example of a lever. Here you go. You've got school on Monday. You can go to class and say you did your homework watching Farming Simulator Physics. Boom. Sounds are awesome, eh? The little ambient sounds. Just everything. I'm gonna love how modders make the use of it actually. That different hydraulic noises, all sorts. If Elon Musk plays, if he's doing it next fuel for the SpaceX will be tomato pellet. That is cool, so we've got 20,000 litres of silage on the back there already. Does it tell me when I look at the bales what their fermentation state? Fermenting 1%. Yeah, cool. Good deal. So hold on, man, are you still there? I didn't see if you put a, oops, if you had a voice on who might win today. I'm intrigued to get an Aussie's opinion. Elon Musk's much too busy making stuff up. I'll tell you what, if I could have 4 people around for dinner, he'd be one of them. He might make stuff up as he goes, but he gets things done, he gets things made. I must say, from the space race type of things, all the billionaires, I admire his the most. One, because he's made a big success of it, it's not just about the tourism aspect. 2, he wasn't arrogant enough to have to be the first person to go in it. Yeah. Branson and Bezos, where it's all about who's going to be the first in space out of us. I mean, you know, technically Elon could have done it years ago. He so choosed. See, even just pushing that down with that's cool. Even just all these little things, just being able to manipulate those bales just by pushing them around gently. Very good, very good. Farm Sim Jim, g'day to you too. How are you? Tell you what, I could have fun loading bales all day long with this. Oh. Is it going to stay there? Is it going to stay there? Saved it. He's afraid to go to space water, he won't be allowed to return. He's made enough friends with aliens already. He'll be fine. I've loved watching them develop Starship. And then we've got a little old Kiwi company down here, who, probably not this year, but last year, launched the second most rockets out of all of the companies. And they've just announced this week their, well, given an update on their Neutron rocket. It's going to be very impressive to see. And they're going to manufacture all the engines in New Zealand. Unfortunately, I think that the nature of that rocket is that it will be based in the States, though. But a couple of launches ago, I actually managed to see it. We're about 300 kilometers away from Rocket Lab's launch pad, as the crow flies. It's about a 5-hour drive, though. But it was early evening, and it looked just like a fireworks going up in the sky. It's a beautiful clear night. You looked in the right direction, you just saw this little red glow going up, kind of like a skyrocket. Very cool. Elon Musk is an alien playing as human and making fun about us. Conspiracy theories abound. Las Vegas loop. See, I was reading about that the other day, and they reckon at the most recent convention, it was quite successful in terms of moving the number of people in per hour that they said it was. It wasn't quite as quick as they had hoped, but I don't know. You believe what you read. Choose to believe what you read. FSG's slacking off today, so I thought I'd come over here and see how the other half of the dynamic duo does thing. What's FSG slacking off on? Next week's stream's going to be fun. I think Kid Dirk mentioned it in his stream, but I think the three of us are all going to find some time to hang out together, and I'm not sure what we're going to do yet. We'll have to have a plan this week. FSG, don't know what you think. Maybe we'll use some developer controls and plant corn in every field on Elm Creek and harvest it all. Or maybe we'll do some grapes. Get 3 grape harvesters running side by side or something. I don't know. I suggested to FSG we go back to Erlengrant and do some beet harvesting, and he's like, West Texas it is. Missed the punchline now. West Texas it is. Maxie wins hand down when bale stacking. Thank you, Derek. Oh, the Cybertruck. Not the Cybertruck, the semi, the electric semi. There was there's some photos taken of one in the wild the other day at a charging station or something. You need to have a combo. I like the mega harvest idea. Yeah, till 3X9s, some big fields of corn. Oh, I wasn't as far on as I thought then. better. I'm in love with these physics. Really am. Neutron looks like the one from You Only Live Twice. Yeah, I saw that reference. Interesting when you hear the science behind its shape. And they were explaining that the decreasing size of it is, from a ballistics design point of view, will help reduce heat and stresses on it from re-entry. Because obviously re-entry is the most risky part for a rocket, for reusability. But the idea to keep the fairings attached and recover them, instead of recovering, bring them back first stage, that's very cool too. CCR, I'm off to bed. Off to bed, make some money. Alright. Well, thank you very much, CCR, for hanging out with us. It's been a pleasure to have you here. Thank you again for that super chat as well. And good luck to your football team. And good luck fishing, and happy birthday. All sorts going on. Any word on Ola's map for Renabu? No, not as in terms of when it will be released, Legion. He's still working on it quite frequently. Catch him in Twitch, he streams quite often. He has just released a trailer though. If you have a look on Mod Hub, it's one of the more recent releases. With one of the, I think it's one of the Shanty Boys too, isn't it? T-Bone? $80,000 litres plus one more. Thank you, sir. It's worked better than I expected. Gotta, honestly though, I wouldn't have been able to do that in 19. Would not have got a trailer like that loaded that quickly and that smoothly if this was 19. No way at all. Right, let's get another worker and see another helper. What are we wanting to do? Set a destination. Down. That doesn't go away. Point it that way. On. What have we got today? Oh yeah. Alright. He's a NASCAR driver. I like that he's put his... That's interesting, his glasses on his hat. What defines that? That's not an option in the character creation, is it, to have glasses on your hat like that? He's a NASCAR driver, he looks like he's had a dozen Budweiser while he's driving along there. Be interesting to see grapevines placed wide enough apart to get slightly wider equipment between the lines if the space is available. I mean, you can place them as wide apart as you want, Derek, depending on what you want to get down there. I suppose the wider they are placed, I should have picked up the bale wrap. The wider they're placed, the less vines you'll have over your area you're planting in. We should plant some, actually. We could plant some up at this little dead space here on the left. Alright, 86,000 litres. So, I'm just going to do a quick little look here. Silage. $173 times 80. What's that, 16 grand? 16 grand, why not? It'd be alright for money. Oh, CCR, thank you very much for joining, mate. Really appreciate that. Right. Park that there. Let them to ferment. Welcome along, buddy. Great to have you here. If you're on Discord, mate, make sure you hit !Discord and jump into the channel. And great to be able to chat some more in there. Alright, well, where are we up to? I need to go and plough the rest of that field. What are we doing time-wise, I think? 20 past 9, so I probably need to wrap that up. Legion, you're a legend. Thank you very much for that €10 super chat. Thank you, buddy. Right, yeah, like I said, it's 20 past 9. I'll be getting family morning breakfast and kicking me out of the house, and kicking me out of having some nice quiet space. So it'll be a good time to wrap things up. We've got all that stacked. It's nice playing on 3 times actually. We started, it was just before 9 AM, and we're now at 4 PM. So 3 times is probably going to be my new go-to. We've just put 2.5 hours of content together. Once we get into some proper Let's Plays and doing series, that'll be actually quite good to do a day's work in a day. 5 times was always just that touch too fast, and 1 times you always found you'd be skipping time forward that to get to the next day. But those clouds are pretty cool. A lot more atmosphere in the sky. Nice colouring too. You get the dark in the top and the lighter colours down the bottom. And our trees aren't flickering. Seems to have gone away too. So I don't know whether I've managed to fine tune my graphic settings a little bit better than they were, but yeah. How I drive's like Russians, always on the wrong side of the road. I'm sure they'll learn their way. Noggy, no, unfortunately, mate, you're not the newest member, but thank you to you for joining the channel too. So that was fun. I've enjoyed that stream, guys. It's just nice just to jump in and play the game without any set plans and figuring things out as we go. And thank you all very much for your help and advice and suggestions on things. So here we go. Toby Anderson, thank you very much for subscribing. We've had all sorts of animals making noise. Right, on that note, I am going to wrap things up. Thank you all very much for watching. Keep an eye out for a return to the multiplayer this week. I think we are going on to West Texas, so back to FS19. Hope you're all enjoying the 19 content still. I've had heaps of people say it's great to see it still there. Not everyone's jumped to 22, not everyone has been able to purchase the game or have systems to run it, so I appreciate all of those comments too. Bearded Gamer, take care. You too, buddy. Another great stream. Indeed, if you're a Bearded Gamer is a Twitch streamer too, so if you don't follow him already, jump over. I think you're the same name, Bearded Gamer 13 is your Twitch account. If it's not, he shares it in the Discord, so make sure you go and catch up on some of his gameplay as well. Scott, welcome CCR. Right, Umesmo, nice to meet you, mate. Thanks for jumping in, and nice chatting to you. Scott, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Norway Pete, when is the next live FSG? I'm assuming it'll be his Wednesday night one. His normal live stream. Derek, nice to see you as well. Great chatting. Some guy, take it easy. Oh, you rest. No, yeah, you rest well, and I'll catch you in the morning. Your morning. I'll catch you later tonight. I'll try not to drink too much while we're watching Bathurst, so otherwise it could be an interesting couple of hours playing a little bit later on. Andy, nice to see you as well. Really enjoying Spectacle Island. Thanks for the stream. Well, thanks for hanging out. Great to have you here. Right, I'm going to go. Thank you all very much for watching. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you in the next one.